What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And holy smokes, my last two videos are absolutely going insane. Between my reaction and my video about Scorch, it is absolutely insane what you guys are doing with the constant support. So I thank every single one of you for supporting me doing this and supporting my dream. And also, there is a high percentage of you guys who did not hit that subscribe button, so make sure before this video starts to hit that sub button. Now, let's get right into the video. So today's video is actually going to be about none other than Captain Rex. Now, Rex is a 501st captain. For a time he was a commander during the season 7 of the Clone Wars. Now, Rex in the recent episode is the one who coerced the Bad Batch into rescuing Gregor, and which led to seeing Scorch and having an awesome episode. But in the middle of the conversation, it seems that Rex was in the middle of something and was abruptly halted and couldn't finish talking. So I'm here to talk and speculate and theorize mostly of what possibly Rex could be doing based off the past, the present, and the future of this character. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, there's not much to be said about Captain Rex during the Clone Wars because we have all seen it. We know his exploits. We know he's a great captain and he was a great leader. And the point I wanted to make before the Rise of the Empire was the longtime comrade of Rex, which was Fives. If you do know Fives, if you don't know Fives, basically in a short summary, Fives was a clone who figured out about the chips and all about Order 66. Palpatine even tells him. Kind of a weird thing that Palpatine even told him there, which is kind of insane. Fives later dies because he removes his chip and he was thought to be as a rogue clone. We see Rex holding Fives and to this day, still breaks my heart. The reason I bring this up is because in season 7, this is the reason that saves Rex from removing his chip by Ahsoka Tano. Before the chip starts to work on Rex, he later holds back and says, Fives, find him, Fives, to Ahsoka, which then Ahsoka then finds the report on Fives and removes his chip. They then fight off their brothers and actually escape the crash of the Republic ship. Both Ahsoka and Rex, though, in the reports of the Empire, are considered missing and dead in action. So what they both did was split up and went into the Outer Rim territories, which at this time were in utter chaos from the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire. And now this is where the Bad Batch begins, because Rex goes and talks to Cut Lawquane, that later the Bad Batch goes and learns of Rex's appearance. Later in the season, Rex then tracks down the Bad Batch after hearing about them from Rafa and Trace. Now, when we get to this point, he's got this sick hood, which, oh my god, he looks amazing. But then they go to a Star Destroyer and then ended up removing every member's chips out of their head. After all of the chips are removed, Rex is seen outside communicating with someone. He's then interrupted by Hunter and Rex ends the call. Seeing the secrecy of the communication and not letting Hunter know who it was, I would like to suspect it was Ahsoka Tano, but it can be somebody different, which leads us into this episode. Now, in the recent episode of rescuing Gregor, Rex hails the Bad Batch and informs them that he needs to have an old friend rescued. The old friend ends up being Gregor. We saw Gregor earlier in the Clone Wars, he was blown up by a bunch of Rhydonium, which he ends up living. But Rex's transmission is cut short based off something going on in his surroundings. So this begs the question of what in the hell is Rex doing? So this is where the theories come in, and I have a couple. I think the safe theory going forward is currently in this transmission, Rex is actually saving Wolf. Now, we know in Star Wars Rebels that Wolf, Gregor, and Rex are all together, which means at some point Wolf removed his chip with Rex and somehow led to a point of exile in Rebels, to which I think we're going to be seeing the events of why they exiled themselves all those years later in the Bad Batch. But I would say, if to put a safe theory, it's definitely Rex is saving Wolf at the current time, and maybe we'll get to see Wolf next episode. Now I have more of an extended theory to where, yes, Rex already is saving Hunter, in my opinion. I think Wolf is already with Rex. I think Rex has a band of renegade clones. Based off everything we've seen with between Hauser and everyone defying not just Hauser, many of his men even defied Order 66. And now we're going to Gregor, who somehow, unexplained yet, maybe his chip was damaged in the explosion, or his chip is just deteriorating like everyone else's, which is a recurring theory that I see floating around, which I tend to believe. I believe these chips are wearing off and Rex is saving renegade clones across the Outer Rim. And hopefully this week's episode, we will get to see his band of renegade clones, and Wolf will be among them. What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to be seeing just Wolf and Rex, which I would think is actually the safe bet? But do you think it is possible that we could see a band of renegade clones, which is the beginning of the Kaminoan uprising? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos. Other than that, guys, may the Force be with you always.